Yo, what up, everybody, and welcome into our very first podcast for the Intermediate Gamers Network. I am joined by my co-host, Pervy.
Hi, what's up? How's it going?
How's it going, everybody? Thank you for welcoming. First things first, I figured we'll do some quick introductions. So while I'm double checking some sound stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and let Perfy kind of take it away to start with. So, Perfy.
Nailed it. So, my name is Perfy. I go by Perfy or Perfy Gaming. I am a content creator, caster, and streamer who plays a variety of different games, one of which is generally either trading card games or League of Legends. I spend a lot of time in our internal Discord group, Intermediate Gamer Network, or IGN for short. And yeah, we've got an amazing community in there. P2, one of our lead moderators and co-founders as well in there, as well as just a ton of amazing people. So if you enjoy what you hear, enjoy what you see, make sure you come check us all out.
All right, my name is Mr. Player 2, or just P2 for short. I am also one of the co-founders, as mentioned before, of the Intermediate Gamers Network, or as we say sometimes say IGN for short. I'm a amateur caster and Twitch streamer. You can check me out on Twitch at Mr. Player 2. I have casted for several different colleges, different games. I mainly have done League of Legends as far as casting. I did a little bit of Overwatch, helped out with some Rocket League. As far as the games I play a huge variety of games. You'll find me playing cozy stuff. I also main League of Legends. You'll find me actually duo with Perfy quite often. Play a little bit Carball, aka Rocket League. Are some of my favorite things to play. Final Fantasy 14 is my current go-to MMO, so I'm kind of in it all. But yeah. So Perfy, do you want to kind of talk about? Do you want to talk about our plan for our first podcast?
Absolutely. So we're going to keep it short and sweet to start. And if we go over, no big deal. Or if we end up compounding and doing other things as well, might end up happening. We kind of tend to spiral out of control every now and then. But in this one, we're going to keep it a little short and sweet. We're doing a blind ranking for 6 different games. Each of us have created a list for each other. We're going to give out 6 different video games and provide it to the person to blindly rank on a scale of 1 to 6. 1 being your absolute favorite, and 6 being your absolute least favorite upon this list. And just for a little bit of additional context, it gets a little bit tricky because it's blind, and there's a little bit of psychology and mind games that go along in this. And since we know each other pretty well, we could play around with it quite a bit.
Yeah, I had some fun getting my list together. Like I really was like I was thinking like every conversation we have, everything we've talked about, I was like, what can I pull in here? Because I wanted so my first goal was to pull no more than one game per genre. So like I didn't want to pull more than one MOBA. I didn't want to pull more than one MMO. I didn't want to pull more than one RPG, that kind of thing, you know? So, like, that's where I started. And so I was looking for these titles, like, what are things that, I know he plays, only fits a single genre. And so I think I've come up with a pretty interesting list. I'm pretty excited about this, actually. I'm worried about, like, two of them. I'm like, did he actually play that, or was that a fever dream? Because, I dream about you all the time.
Yeah, so my creation of my list was I actually spent a lot of time going through your Steam library, looking
Oh,
at all of your
no!
achievements you've done, looking at your past games that you've played, games that I know you've played, and just kind of like creating a list. It has I have a list of 12 games actually that I'm
Oh,
gonna kind of pick and choose as I go, because they were all so good that I decided I couldn't pick a narrow down to 6. So I'm gonna pick 6 of this list and fill it out as I go. Um,
the
but yeah,
Steam library was super smart. FYI, I couldn't do that for you. I don't know if you know this, but like I couldn't see your library. You have it hidden from
excellent,
friends, which made this so
excellent,
much harder. So,
excellent.
all right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Let me switch here. But bam. All right. So, how do we figure out who goes first? Do we want to like flip a coin? What do we want to do?
Oh, let's do it. Hold on a second. I got a coin.
You got a coin? Okay, let's go.
I lied to you. The coin is the same on the both sides. It's a poker chip, and they were supposed to be different. So we're gonna do this. This card has a number at the bottom which
Okay.
is either odd or even. You'll choose it, and if it's correct, you'll get to decide if you want to go first or second.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go because my favorite number is 5. I'm gonna go odd.
154. Get fucked.
Nah, dang. All right. So you get to
All
choose.
right, all right. I'm gonna give my list to you first.
Okay. So I'm the one ranking first. All right, I got you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready for this.
All right. Supermarket Simulator.
Ooh. Okay. So solid game for sure. Probably wouldn't actually put it in my top 6 games of all time. But that doesn't mean it's not a good game. So I'm going to, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put this in the middle ranking. Now the question is, do I put it 3 or do I put it 4? And I'm really nervous about this, but I'm going to put it in 4.
Okay. Perfect.
Because my odds of getting 3 better games is, I think, higher than my odds of getting 3 worse games. There's no space there. Supermarket Sim. I'm gonna shortcut that. All right. Okay. There we go.
This next game, I know you're gonna rank high, and I want to get it out of the way early because it's the only game you rated or wrote a review on for Steam. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh my. Okay. So fun fact about that. The reason I wrote the review is I was also trying to earn all the so there's a beginner set of badges that you can earn for Steam, and so it has all these like weird like achievement things like do a rating, create a video, create a screenshot and post it, all this stupid stuff. I was like, I just picked up Baldur's Gate 3, so I was like, you know what, 2 birds 1 stone, right? Baldur's Gate 3, amazing. It 100% deserved game of the year. I want to put it at 1 so badly, okay? So badly. My worry is that, like, I feel like you're tricking me here. Like, I'm going to put it 1 and something else is going to come along that I would actually put higher. Like, there's a couple games that I would put higher than Baldur's Gate 2 just because of my personal love for them. And I'm really worried you're going to grab one. I'm putting it 2. Last call, I'm putting it 2. BG3.
Side note, for anyone listening, I want to read this review to you. It's incredibly long, and it's crazy because so many awesome reviews on this game. Looking at the Steam reviews and the community reviews,
I don't even know what I
Pichu's
wrote.
review is, hold on, I gotta take a deep breath. Good game.
I don't even remember writing it. Like I said, I was doing the stupid achievement. That's great. All right.
All right. So we got one that I anticipate putting a little bit further down. It's Mob Mania.
Okay, so that's frig. So Mob Mania. Okay, I am going to put it low. You are correct. I loved that game. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it did probably some of the best co-op of that genre of the Vampire Survivors-esque. I don't know. I think they're just called Survivor-esque games now. I don't really know what that genre is working towards. Like, it's got roguelite elements and things like that in there. I don't know if we call it a roguelite. It was a really good game. I enjoyed the hell out of it playing with Ruthless and Pentagon and Saki and all them. Like, Lana. Like, I really enjoyed it, but I can't rate it that, like, I can't rate it that highly. I think for this list, just because I still feel like there's going to be one more, I'm going to put it at 5.
Okay.
And I'm really scared that I'm screwing myself here.
This is when things start to get a little
Not
bit
sweating,
spicy.
yeah.
I wanted to get those ones out of the way early because I knew they were going to fill up like the middle section. This one, Battlefield.
Battlefield. You're talking about like 2042, like
Yeah. I mean, you could take your pick, but the one that I've seen you play the most is 2042. Although I know you've played other ones before.
Yeah.
I feel as though watching you play, you enjoyed 2042 quite a bit.
I did enjoy it quite a bit. So it gave me probably one of the most favorite clips I made of that year for TikTok when I headshot someone with a rocket launcher. Like, that was probably my favorite moment in a long time playing an FPS. Solid FPS game. Would I put it below Supermarket Sim and Mobmania? No. Minimum here it's a 3. Like no shot it's anything less. Do I put it above BG3? Baldur's Gate 3? I can't say I can. Baldur's Gate 3 scratched an itch that Battlefield 2042 was a great FPS game, and it was good, but Baldur's Gate 3 scratched an itch I didn't even know I had. I don't even know I had. So I'm going to have to put Battlefield 2042 at slot 3. That's confirmed, locked in, slot 3.
Side note, the itch that he speaks about is just a dating simulator. It's just romancing all of the characters in Battlefield. Oh, sorry, not Battlefield, in Baldur's Gate. That's just what it is. That's the itch. It's a dating sim.
You know what? You're right, but Carlock did something for me, man. I can't explain it.
True. Okay. Next one. So we got 1 and 6. Once Human.
No! Okay. I sold the bag, chat. I sold it. I'm cooked.
You never fill up the middle first.
Oh no! I done goofed. Because either I put it at 1 or I put it at 6. Like, realistically, if I could have like put them wherever I wanted, I would slot down Mob Mania and Supermarket Sim, and it would be a solid 4. No, actually, I would probably put it between Supermarket Sim and Mobmania, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, I would slot it. Number 1, like, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I still think the game has some severe problems. I kind of agreed with why, like, you didn't pick it up to begin with. Like, I'm still not 100% fan of, like, both the in-game content as well as, in rotation to that, like, the seasonal stuff. I think they're doing a cool idea. I don't know if it's a cool idea for me. So while I would like to rank it higher, because I enjoyed the crap out of that game. In fact, it's part of my intro video for my normal stream, me kicking the crap out of a deer. It's so funny. I'm gonna have to put it 6. Like, it's so good, but I don't know if I have a choice. Which really scares me, because basically at this point you can say whatever you want, and I have to put it in my number 1.
I have it pre-selected. I already know what this one is.
Okay.
I planned it exactly like this. Rocket League.
No! No! Chat, no! Alright, he got me good with this one. This is gonna make Saki...
This was coming in last. This was the anchor.
You were a genius. I would never have put this at number 1 ever. You cooked. You got me.
We already know. We all know now. Carball, Rocket League, Drop Shot, Pichu's absolute favorite game of all time.
Hold on now, Drop Shot. He's actually not wrong. Like, actually a fun mode. Damn. Okay, you got me. Well done. I gotta give hands up for you.
In my second slot, the second to last one, instead of Once Human, I was debating on doing that one or Supervive. I think you have a lot of fun playing Supervive. It's like a quote unquote game with the boys.
Yeah. It's one where you like cracking open a cold one on the weekend.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
That's your dope list. Rocket League number 1, Baldur's Gate 3 number 2, Battlefield 2042 number 3, Supermarket Sim number 4, Mobmania number 5, and coming in at number 6 in the top 6, Once Human. Pichu's favorite games of all time. Wow, Final Fantasy didn't make the list. League of Legends didn't make the list. Pichu, this is tough.
Yeah, well, so it's funny because I definitely am going to get some payback here with this next list. Let me tell you.
Okay.
All right.
My body is ready for this.
Your body is ready for this? All right. So let's see here. Let me get rid of some of this. So I liked your plan going into this. It was smart. You had some backup games, which I definitely think you really prepared for this. I'm gonna have to really like focus up here with what my list has got. So I think I've got a plan for this. We'll see how it goes. All right, you ready?
Born ready. Let's do this.
All right, so we're knocking this right out of the park on the get-go. I'm hitting you first game up, World of Warcraft.
Oh, number 6.
What? That
Number
was so
6.
fast.
Number 6. Not even a question. Like, you could put some real fucking shitters on there, but World of Warcraft was just a complete waste of time.
You played that for so long, though. I thought I had you with that one.
I played it a lot. I played it a lot. I played that game. Fuck, I slept on my keyboard, and when you come back from your flight path, like, it automatically travels for you, and you travel for like 20 minutes. And when you land from your flight path, I would wake up to the sound, and it was a super subtle sound. I'm like, it was super, super subtle. And I trained my body to wake up to that. So I'd sleep for 20 minutes a day on those flight paths and no more. I'd stay up and play like 23 hours straight.
Chat saying you've skipped school for it.
Yeah, that is true. I skipped school for it. I skipped a lot of school for it. It's not an exaggeration whatsoever. I played that game a lot, but as adults, we grow and we adapt and we realize that all of that time was wasted.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Number 6, and plus that game sucks now.
It does suck now.
The only thing it's got is Pokemon.
I was hoping to hit you with like a nostalgia factor. Like that was my game plan there.
True.
Because I mean that's a common thing, especially with old people like us. Like the nostalgia factor sometimes can like outweigh like reality a little bit.
That's a pretty fair assessment. And keep in mind, I did go back to all of my friendships created into by that game, and then in that brief moment when I immediately slammed it in 6, I realized that I don't really have almost any of those friends anymore. So, bam, number 6.
Damn,
Get
got
down
him.
there,
Okay.
World of Warcraft.
All right, next one up. Because I know you streamed this game, so like I know you enjoyed it because you had a whole playthrough of it. Resident Evil Village.
Oh shit, that game was real good. All right. So this game had everything for me. It had a storyline which I like got emotionally attached to. It had some scary elements which I loathed because I did not want to proceed, but I already committed to playing the game. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. Sorry, children, for the curse words. It had action. It had some slight comedy in it, and it was a pretty fulfilling game overall. I'm gonna put it at number 4. Number 4 slot.
Wow, I definitely expected that to be higher. All right, number 4 slot.
Yeah, that game is really good. It hurts me a lot to put it number 4, but I feel like there's either some bangers or some turds on here, so I need to leave myself some wiggle room.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. All right, you didn't give me this one, and I understand why, especially now that I've seen what you've done. But I'm gonna give you this one. You already know what's coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this one out so we can play with the back half of this draft. You could probably already guess what's coming. League of Legends.
Man, I've had a real love-hate relationship with League of Legends.
Who hasn't?
So I absolutely adore playing with all of my friends. They're awesome. Playing with P2, Jackie, Lana, Ruthless, Noctum, Z. Like, the list goes on and on. They're amazing people to play with. Super fun. And then you've got the back half of it where I've got 2 banned accounts with hundreds, thousands of dollars of skins on them. My heart's a little bit broken. I love the lore, love the characters. I changed my sleep schedule to accommodate my best friend and my son, Faker. I think I'm gonna put it at number 1. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to the number 1. It's got the most time commitment from me. It's got the most emotions from me. Blood, sweat, and tears coming into this. League of Legends, number 1 on Perfy. Slap it in there, fucking lock it in.
All right, yeah, I assumed that was going to happen, and so I really wanted to get you in like the bottom half.
Pigeonhole me here.
Yeah. All right, so, because I already know which one I'm saving for last now. Like, I've already got that.
It was either going to be number 1 or number 2. It was really hard for me to figure out, but I'm gonna go with number 1.
Okay, so next one. This is a game we've talked about. In fact, I think we both have plans of like when the newest one comes out. Either I think it comes out end of this year, beginning of next year. We were gonna try to get together and play it. I know Draco might also be interested. I think Curls plays it as well, but I'm not sure. Civilization. I'm going with 6 specifically because that's the most recent, but Civilization in general. I know the new one's coming out, so I wanted to talk about this one on the list.
So this is a very interesting one as well, and it has a little bit of history. So I'm going to go into it just for the sake of content. Back when I was in high school, we had a local LAN center which held tournaments. And so I started going to this LAN center because I met one of the players online in a random lobby of Counter-Strike. And they lived in my city, went to my school in a random Counter-Strike lobby. And it was crazy. And he was like, did you know that there's a LAN center on X, Y, and Z street? And I'm like, bro, that's like 2 minutes from my house. I could walk over there. I had no idea. And he's like, yeah, we meet up and do tournaments all the time. And I'm like, let's go. And so Civilization was in one of their biggest tournaments. They had a quarterly tournament where you can win. It's like $5,000 in cash prizes, but you got points for placement across multiple different games. There was Counter-Strike, Medal of Honor, Civilization, StarCraft. It was a big experience, and it was like a sleepover. You would stay there, play all night. They'd lock the doors, lock you in. Have access to like unlimited energy drinks. At the time, it was Balls energy drink. Balls, if you're listening, I accept sponsorships. But yeah, in Civilization, I'd never played it before, and I read up on it for like an hour just to learn how to play. And I took first in Civilization. I also took first in Medal of Honor Allied Assault as well, which was dope because I'd never played that game.
Heck yeah.
So Civilization, I love the game a lot. I love real-time strategies. You don't ever see me playing them, but I love them.
Yeah.
Because no one ever wants to play with me. It's like playing Catan. I win too much, people hate it, and they never play with me again. I'm going to put this number 3.
Okay, you know what? That's solid. I kind of expected it to be somewhere in there, so I will take that. I'm gonna put specifically Civ 6, just because that's what I've written down. I'm sure you're fine with whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. In fact, I know you've said that about RTSs, but I'm still kind of excited for us to play together, play the newest one that comes out. So, I'm really looking forward to that. So that'll definitely be a conversation we have on the podcast. Like once we play that, I definitely think, we need to talk about it here, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Review it, baby. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Okay. So last two. Okay. Both of these. Okay. The next one is another one I know you played. It comes from my personal favorite genre of all time. I know you played this because we talked about it. I don't know if you beat it yet. I know I haven't. Final Fantasy 16. Specifically 16, because I know you played that one. I'm not talking about any of the others. No MMO. Final Fantasy 16.
This is pretty shitty because we've got 2 and 5. We got 2.
I got you a little bit here. I knew it.
This is a little bit interesting. So 16 is, I think, very, very fun, and I would actually say phenomenal because the storyline, the graphics, the play style is quite entertaining. Unfortunately, I haven't beat it. I really like the character development across it, and I'm gonna give it a 5. And the reasoning behind it is because although it's a super fun game, it hasn't sparked enough joy in me to just like push myself through completing it, as well as it's also a single player game, which is something that I don't necessarily get to spend time with my friends with. So I'm gonna put number 5, Final Fantasy 16, lock it in.
Okay. I can't really disagree with anything you've said. It does hurt to see a Final Fantasy game ranked that low, but I 100% understand like your point of view on that. So okay.
If you had said Tifa from Final Fantasy 7, it would have been number 1. We would have deleted the list. I'm like, Tifa number 1, lock it in.
True.
Best waifu in the world. All right, let's see what you put in number 2.
So, okay, so this one was the only one I'm like I'm not 100%. I know you're aware of the game. I don't know if
Okay.
you played it yourself.
Okay.
I might be mixing two games up because they had very, very similar titles. It is a Star Wars game. I
Okay.
picked Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay. Let's fucking go. Star Wars #2, baby.
Okay.
We love that.
Okay. So you have played that one. I wasn't 100% sure.
Oh yeah. KOTOR, I've fucking crushed KOTOR. I've played that game like 7 times.
Awesome.
I,
Awesome.
I love that game. But bro, my list is dope.
Yeah, your list is actually dope. I got some games. I just
Damn. Damn, Pichu came with a nice guy list, and I came with a fucking pain train. I was like, we're gonna got P2 today. And Pichu's all see. This is the difference in variety streamers. Pichu said originally when introducing himself, he's like, "Yeah, I play some like wholesome games, some cutesy stuff," and I didn't even go expand into it because everything I want to do is make my opponents miserable. That's the difference. He came with all of these nice games. Oh, I thought about it. These are great games. I knew you would love all of them. So, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then me, I'm like, guess what? Rocket League's #1, bitch.
Well, okay, so I wanted you to have to make tough choices. Like, you love these two games. How do you, like, I always have a hard time personally. Like, if I have several games that I truly, truly love and enjoy, like, trying to rank them is so difficult. Like, when someone asks me what is my favorite game, like, I have the hardest time answering that. Apparently now it's Rocket League, but I typically have the hardest time answering that question because I just enjoy so many things. So that's the approach that I took with you, is like, maybe he just enjoy, like, maybe I can just get him with like forcing him to choose, but it did that. I think you won this. If we were to rank this, I think you won hands down.
If I could go back and change things, I'd swap 3 and 4. I'd probably put Resident Evil Village in #3 and Civ in #4. Just for the novelty and the storyline associated with Resident Evil Village, that it opened up the doors and possibilities for me to want to play more Resident Evil games. Where before I was like a closed door on the topic. I really enjoyed this, and I think we should do more blind rankings. We could even revisit this with completely unique gamings at some point in the future. Obviously, we don't want to do it too close, like
Yeah.
too recent, but someday in the future we could like remove these games from our list of games and try like a round 2 Electric Boogaloo and see what happens. I think this was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I liked your list a lot.
Thank you. I know I enjoyed this, and that actually puts us at like 30 minutes, which I think is perfect for our first episode. Do you have any further thoughts on that?
You know, I thought that you were gonna try and get me with trading card games. So I thought that you were gonna like try and pigeonhole me with like 4, 5, and 6, and you're gonna put like one of my favorite trading card games on there, and it'd be stuck at like #5, and I'd be like,
okay. I had thought about that, but at the same time, it felt really cheap because we were when we had the conversation originally about the topic, it felt like we were specifically focusing on video games, and like I know trading card games like have video games for them, but like that just felt like a cheap, like underhanded kind of thing, and so like that thought did cross my mind for sure, but I was like nah, I can't do that.
So
I'm no
the
blue
way
player.
I constructed my list in order to give them to you was I knew that you were going to try and either keep 1 or 6. And I was like praying to the Lord. I was like, please have him fill up #6. Please have him fill up #6 so that I could drop a fucking stinker at the end for #1.
Solid.
If you had used up #1, it would have been slightly anticlimactic and a little bit sad to have Rocket League land where you probably would place it #6.
Man, I knew as soon as BG3 came up, I was like, that should have been my #1. Looking back now, I'm like, I should have. I hesitated. I was like, maybe there's some more hope coming. I was like, I should have remembered. It's perfect. It's never happening.
Yeah. It was great. Well, nevertheless, thanks everyone for coming to hang out. This has been an absolutely dope podcast. I'm going to be with P2 in these podcasts a little bit more often. We'll probably have some surprise guests. I won't spoil the surprise, but as we move forward, we're going to try and make this a little bit more of a semi-regular thing. Is that right, P2?
Yep. We're hoping to do this on a semi-regular thing. So we've done this first one. We're gonna look at the recording and edits and see how we feel about it. Getting it out into social media, that kind of thing. And then if we have time, we're hopefully going to attempt to do at least one a week. And then if that happens, if we find like we're getting into a good rhythm of things, we're gonna try to maybe move it to twice a week. But yeah, that's the plan going forward. My suggestion right now, if you want to be a part of things, get in our Discord and share your thoughts. Let us know how you feel about it. Let us know future topics you'd like to hear about. We definitely want to get the community involved in this as much as we can. So anything that you can provide as far as feedback, information, topics, things you want to hear about us are super great. We'd love to hear that. 100% for sure. But yeah, so I think this is a good stopping point for us this time. Next podcast, we will be discussing in Discord a little bit for Perfy. I don't think we have a topic set. There was something crazy about like favorite kind of sandwich earlier, so
yeah.
maybe there'll be something with that. I don't know. I've got a couple other ideas cooking. We got some things that we have planned overall in general. I know we wanted to talk about some other favorite lists. We've got ideas on some different like fun quote unquote games or like mind games similar to what today's was, which I thought was really well. So things like that. So anyways, if you want to check us out real quick, we're both on Twitch. My name is Mr. Player 2 again. You can find me on Twitch. You can also find me on YouTube, which is where most of this content from me will be going. And then Perfy, you can also find on Twitch at Perfy. He's also on Twitter. I've seen him streaming there a couple times. Big place to find both of us again as part of the Intermediate Gamers Network. You can find us both on our Discord, Discord/Intermediate Gamers Network. It will be pinned in the comments on the video that's posted later, as well as it is always in our streams as well. So yeah, that's all I've got. Perfy, any final words?
IGN for life, baby.
Let's go. All right. Love you all. Thank you for joining us on our first podcast. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Let's see.
I want to hold this.